Hi guys, Candia here with the Age Journal. I'm back to do another project with you. This is a fun project. I finished one and I thought, why don't I do the second one on video with you guys? So my friend loved my lap book that I made and wanted one for herself. So I made one for her. And then her daughters were loving it and wanted one for themselves. But I thought I'd make them a little one that as a gift, because I just love them. They're such sweet little girls, and I didn't want to do a big book one. Decided I'd try doing a file folder one. So I thought, you know, this would be a fun project to share with you guys and show you how I did it. So it folds out just like the book one does, and has lots of stuff inside. It's slightly different than the book one. Has a flip out right here with an envelope that folds out, paper to write on right here, and it slides into a band just like I did in the book. This has a pocket in it on the front, and I put a hello my name is so that the girls could each write their name in their book. It folds out like this, so it's a three-fold, and it has the same fold out accordion thing that I did in the books with lots of pockets on them. This is a little fold out thing right here so that they can journal inside there. Can journal on top of this one, but it's also a little pocket. Can journal inside of this card, but it's also a pocket. And then this envelope flips up and it has a journaling card inside of it, and then you can journal on here as well. And then on the other side of it, it has another card that you can has a spot for tuck. I forgot to fill that little tuck. And then this envelope has a little tag inside of it that you can journal on the back of. And then this envelope I cut in half and made a tuck spot with this side and a little tuck spot with the top side that has these three little tags in it. Used this time card to make a tuck spot and just popped one of these January cards in there, and I thought they could either just journal on it or have fun finding somewhere to use it in the book. And then this pocket has two tucks right here, and then this little envelope has a spot for tucking stuff into as well, which I haven't filled those yet. I'm not quite done with this one yet. So, and then a little spot here in this pocket, and then I did the cutouts for pockets here, so we have lots of journaling and note cards here. And then on this side I did a waterfall of papers so that they could put pictures and have a little spot to store some pictures in, because I thought that the girls would like that. This could be something that grows with them for a while. And then on the inside here I did a clear pocket just like I did on the inside of this one, and put a little tuck spot. And then I made the file folder, and this time I did three pockets, and in these pockets I stuffed some envelopes in this one and a journaling card in this one, and there's plenty of room for them to grow with that. And then on the back I did double pockets, so there's a pocket here and a pocket here where the two file folders connect. So that is what we're going to put together. I hope you guys join me in doing that, and have fun making your own lap book, file folder lap books. Okay, so what we're going to need is 8 file folders. So 2 of them are these kind that don't have the lip on them like these do. And you need these to be whole. I did cut them down to 11 5/8. I don't know why I picked that size. That's just is the size I picked. You can make it any size you want. You can leave it complete, not trim anything off at all, or you can trim it down even smaller if you want it to be smaller. But that's the size I picked. So you need that. And then you're gonna be cutting up, and we'll go over that as we go through. You're gonna be cutting up the rest of the envelopes, and then you're gonna have, or file folders I should say, and you're gonna have one file folder that you don't cut up, but you do trim down. And then I picked 3 pages out of an encyclopedia to use in here. And then I have this beautiful roll from Paper Studio that I picked up at Hobby Lobby that I'm going to be using as my main paper for this one. So you can use craft paper. If you do pick craft like paper, you'll need 6 of the same style. So I have 6 pieces of paper that I cut out here for my main paper, and then an additional piece, 6 pieces of different styles that I picked out for using in here as a different, each one is a different style that we will use in different ways in there as well. So 12 papers in total, plus the 3 book pages. So let's dig in. So we're going to start by gluing our, I already inked them up just so you wouldn't have to watch me ink them up on camera, but we're going to glue 2 of these together, and they fold up like this. Now, before we glue them together, you want to make sure that the 2 sides that have the lines are both face up. Those are going to become our spines. We're going to do a fold on one of these lines, the furthest out line, and that's going to become our spine. So let me grab my scoreboard, and we're going to just do that real quick before we glue them together. So you're going to score on this line, the second line out, or the furthest line out, whichever you want to call it. And then you're going to fold on that crease, and so then you have that spine. And then you're going to do the same on this file folder. And then we have that spine. Now on this first one I made, when I was putting it together, I wasn't thinking about it, and I made it open to the left, and I'd prefer it to be open on the left, the right, or I made it open on the right side, I should say, and I prefer it to open correctly like a book and open on the left side. So I'm going to do that this time and change how I put the stuff in here a little bit. That just happened to end up that way because of how I put together the insides. It worked best that way. Now before we glue this together, I'm going to punch a hole with my 1-inch circle punch and try and guesstimate the center here. just add a little ink to that. And you don't have to use new file folders for this. I use old ones that I pick up at the thrift stores. And then we're going to glue these together. And we're just going to take and run a bead of glue along the 3 edges. And if you desire, you could cover the inside of this with pages, but I like to leave a little bit of the manila file folder showing through. So I didn't cover the back side. Okay, so one ended up being a little bit larger than the other one, so I'm going to take it to my paper cutter and trim it off the top. Okay, now I just gave it a smooth edge. Didn't quite get the cutting quite right there on both of those. Didn't get them exactly the same, but no worries. Just trim it afterwards. So I need to re-ink this edge. Okay, so now we have the big pocket in the back, and we have our main body of our book all ready to go. Now, to add more stability to our spines, I picked a washi tape that will coordinate a little bit. I think it goes really pretty with this paper I chose. So it's a dark blue stripe, and there's some dark blue in this paper, so I really like it together. So what I do is to make sure it stays on, I'm going to glue one down, because we all know washi tape doesn't want to stick permanently, and I want it to stick permanently. So I'm going to glue it down to make sure we have some permanent adhesion here. And I'm going to go a little past the edge on both ends. And wrap it around to the other side. And glue it down on this side as well. And then when I glue this side down, I'll do the same thing. Let me cut that as a straight line. I think this project turned out really cute and really fun. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. And we'll give it a try. Getting lower on my glue, so it's going to take a little time for that to come down. just helps strengthen the spine up. Because if you wanted to, you could do like I did in the glue book, where you sewed in a notebook in the center here. And what I want to do is get some rubber bands and do a hole on each side, and the ones with the little grommets, and have the rubber band, elastic band, slip around this so it holds it closed and secures it closed. So I just looked up on Amazon today, pricing out bands, and they're pretty reasonable price. So I'm going to get some and do that, and that will finish up that lap book. Getting glue everywhere again. I just can't manage to not. Sorry if the camera shakes too much. I'm trying not to shake the table too much. Okay. And then let's do this side. Oh, and I forgot to ink up this edge after I folded it. Still got to figure out a permanent way to do my filming. I'm not sure how to do it, because I don't want to do it where I attach it to my desk in any way, because then it shakes the camera, and I'm just not sure what I want to do. Any suggestions? I have my desk in the middle of the room. I don't really have, like before I had it on a bookshelf, because on the wall in front of me, because my desk was against the wall, and it worked out really well to do that, because it didn't shake at all. Now I'm not sure what to do. But I love having my desk in the middle of the room, and then I just have like a bookshelf behind me where I can just roll around and in my chair and get whatever I need. It's like I'm centrally located to everything in my craft room. It's been a really nice day today. It's the first day that it's been like back to warmer weather. We've been having another cold snap here in Arizona. It's been nice though, because it's like end of May and we're only in the 70s, which is just odd for us. But I'm enjoying it while it's here, because we're soon going to get in the hundreds. have a busy weekend scheduled this weekend, so today's just been a relaxing day of just rest, and so that I can be ready for this busy weekend. I'm excited for it. I get to do some special stuff for getting ready for our international convention in Phoenix this summer that we have through our church. People are coming from all over the world to Phoenix. It should be a lot of fun. Okay, so we got those all ready. Now we're going to start adding the main page pieces of paper. Isn't it pretty? I love this paper. Couldn't resist it when I picked it up at the store. Now I cut it a little bit big so that I'd have room to wiggle around on the page here. I'll just trim it off after I'm done gluing it on. Oh, let me ink this one edge up. So I like to ink everything. And I'm using a walnut stain distress ink by Tim Holtz and Ranger. This time going a little darker than usual. And then I'll ink the other edges up after I get it glued on. You guys have any fun special plans for this summer? I'll be seeing my son this summer, hopefully. Can't wait to see him. It's been a little over a year since I've seen him. Let's see here, where's my big scissors at? What'd I do with them again? Right here. I need these two. So I'm just gonna trim like straight across like here and make a cut instead of trying to cut around those corners or fussy cut that, because I just don't feel the need to do that. Okay. Now let's ink up the rest of the edges. And I get another spot in my shine this next month, so I'm looking forward to that as well, because that makes me feel a lot better after I have that. This will be my second time getting it, and it helped a lot the first time. We do it right in my L5. I think actually I'm going to glue on this since the page is a little bit big, so that I'm not wasting glue on areas that I'm not gluing down. And I like using Fabri-Tac because I know that it's going to stay together, and I don't know, I'm just partial to Fabri-Tac. I know I'm shaking you guys, I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to. And let's trim this off and ink it up. And a little bit to trim off the top here too. Isn't this paper so pretty? Just transforms the file folders. Okay, we got the first page front and back covered. Now this center page we don't cover because we are going to be taking let's see, where is it at? This page, and covering the center with this to make the pockets, but we do have a little bit of edge showing, so I will probably take a couple strips from my leftover from cutting. See if I have any long enough. Oh, yep, I do. And put some strips on the edge on each side. Like this. And then that will be good. That will cover it. So we'll do that. So let's just ink up this side of the paper. So this little girl's favorite color is orange and blue, so I thought this paper was perfect for her because there's lots of orange in it. And there's some pretty blue in it. Okay, and I think I'm going to use a different strip than this one. I want some of the orange in the strip. Let's see here. That strip should be good. Turn it this way so the orange is more on that side. And then we'll ink this side up. Glue it down. Okay, let's trim off the top. And ink those up. Okay, and then we're going to cover this piece that goes in the center here with paper, but we'll do that later before we put it down on here because we have to do our holes and all that stuff. Right now I just want to get all the pieces in this covered. So we'll move on to this page next. Ink up this side. Okay, so we got the inside all covered. We'll move on to the outside and finish covering that. And we'll have the main base all done and covered. Okay, so we need to cover both these 2 pages. Now this page, I'm just going to cover this part, the pocket part, not the back side, so that the manila is showing a little bit. These all ended up a little bit smaller than that. I need to cut another piece bigger for this. Let's see, where did my ruler go? Yeah, I need it to be 8 and 5, no, 7/8, 8 and 7/8, so that it will be wide enough for this. So this is what I do. I just take a piece of paper and I trim some off. And then I take it to my paper trimmer. And I'm just trimming it down to be 12 by 8 and 7/8. And to get it keep from rolling up, I just go like this, and I roll it the opposite direction, like that, and then like this. And let me do it this way too. And then gets the paper unrolled so I can use it and glue with it. Feels like it's a little hair too wide. What did I get it at? A little too close to 9. Need it just a hair shorter. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And my glue's oozing. And I didn't get my thing centered. Oh well. As long as the people can get their tags and stuff out of the pocket, that's all that matters. My finger hole, so not centered. But that's the beauty of making things handmade, is their imperfections. That's what makes them one of a kind. Now I'm going to just take this and line up with my hole punch inside here and cut out the hole and the thing fill inside. There we go. We just have to ink. Oh, wait, first we need to cut off the top. And then we need to ink the edges. I didn't get these cut off very well from the other side down here. Sorry if I'm getting out of camera. There we go. Oh, see, wrong way. So just have the one side left to do. Let's do one with the big orange flower on it. Let's do this one because it has more of the orange flower on it than that one does. But you can use whatever kind of glue you want, Aleene's, even a glue stick. We'll use the glue stick a little bit in this project. But for these parts, I like to make sure they stay down since they're the main base and things get glued on top of them. Okay, we just have the last piece on. So we only needed 1, 2, we need 3, 4, 5 pieces. I cut a little extra here. 5 pieces of, and 2 strips of this piece, this paper. Not the amount I told you in the beginning, which I don't remember what the amount I told you was. So that will do you. 5 pieces and 2 strips. You might need the 6 piece to make the 2 strips out of, though, unless you have long paper like me and you can use the strips from the cut off ends. But if you're just using 12 by 12 paper, your ends probably won't be big enough. It seemed like I didn't get glue under right here. Yeah. So let's get some glue right here. For some reason it dried before contact was made. There we go. Living in Arizona, things dry fast. Okay, so we got our main base on. We'll get some more done on it in our next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and have fun making one with me. If you like this, if you enjoyed the video, please like it and so subscribe to me. And if you would, hit the bell button so you get notified when I put a new video up. And please comment in the description box below if you have any questions or comments about what we're doing so that I can chat with you. So talk with you later. Bye.